way too soon. Coffee talking me into the afternoon. Monday morning badge on my chest, dreams in my pocket, hope won't rest. 9 to 5 fluorescent lights, counting down minutes, counting up nights. Got a vision waiting when the whistle blows. I clock out fast, let the other me go. Monday through Friday, steady routine, 40 hours a week in a working machine. But my heart keeps time with a different beat. Got more to do than just rinse and repeat. Working day job to pay the bills, working play job for the thrills. It's the balance that I'm living still. Monday, Friday, 40 hours deep, but my passion never goes to sleep. Working day job to pay the bills, working play job for the thrills. Holding on tight to the fire and will, punching that clock, but I'm dreaming big. Building a life that's more than it. Taking care of my husband needs, family thanks to, yeah, planting seeds. Loving the details, meals and rides, being strong for them, being true inside. Laundry spinning, plans on the wall, showing up steady, giving my all. Still carving time for the art I make. Every small step is a future I take. To no shortcuts, but I know the way. I hustle the night after hustling the day. The clock keeps moving, so do I. Got a reason deeper than getting by. Job to pay the bills, work and play job for the thrills. That's the promise that my spirit feels. Monday, Friday, 40 hours strong, but my calling's been here all along. Working day job to pay the bills, work and play job for the thrills. Chasing purpose, chasing skills. I won't quit on a dream I feel. This grind is real, but so is my will. A bit will be 48, no time to waste. Every line I write leaves a mark, a trace. I've learned what matters, what's fake, what's true. Now I move with intention in all I do. No waiting around for a someday sign. This moment is mine. So here's to the work and the love I give. Here's to the art and the life.
Let me turn this off. There we go. Hey, y'all. Hey, Linda. Hey, Jen. Hey, Mia. Good to see you. Yes, I still had, so I was trying to multitask, as is the nature of my real paid day job. I was trying my best to multitask. So I had Miss Toy still going on over my iPad. And then I was still trying to play my little intro music and stuff too, Jen. But as you just informed me, that didn't work out too good. So I know now that when I play my media through StreamYard, to make sure that I have everything else muted out. So my bad for that, y'all. The sound wasn't the best. And it's so many people live right now. It is like, not at least all the people I subscribe to, there are so many people live right now that it's just what it is. And we have to do, the times that work for us. It doesn't mean that we love and support each other, of course. Just like you told me, focus on our channels, So that's what I'm doing today. I hope everyone is having a great day. I've already been listening in and halfway slightly to mildly participating in two great lives today. One was Twan's. I reposted hers because she prayed today over some specifics. I reposted hers on the community page. So check that out if you haven't got around to that. And then, of course, I just got off Twins page, aka Miss Toy the Review. And I got off right when she was trying on clothes. And y'all know I love when we be trying on clothes and stuff. So yeah, so anyway, that bit I actually just to work from home because I'm not going to a place except for writing screens all day. I put a short already up about it. So if you want to see the full complete outfit that I have on, my still shoes, that short was posted right before this. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And probably by the time I get finished with my little intro stuff, I'll be into today's topic. So let me go ahead and start out with shout outs and thank yous for today. Oh, hold on. Marlon is texting me. Hold on. Really? Sorry. Husband calls, husband calls, I answer. Okay, so anyhow, shout outs and thank yous. Today's shout outs and thank you. So for those of you who are watching the replay or who are new here, maybe new here, shout outs and thank yous is just a moment that I share a person play the idea of something that's been a blessing in my life. Over the past few days, those of you who were on the prayer Sunday morning, you are the first one is I'm thankful for obedience. The second one is new friends. I have had the pleasure of getting to know some of you more intimately via phone. Purple Bellflower, hey girl, hey. I'm jealous, Purple Bellflower, that you sent Toy a picture and I didn't get no picture. I want to see you. Or you could do like Mia does, because Mia on her page, she does a post on her page. Even though she's, don't have a lot of video, she does the post where we can keep up with her and stuff. You could do that too, girl. I want to see you. I told you your profile pic is banging. But yes, I'm thankful for new friends. Cookie, hey, what's up? Thank you for joining. I'm thankful for new friends, and two in particular I'm gonna call out in this video, and it's not to minimize the others of you who I've shouted out before, actually. And that is Shawnee from Doses of Shawnee. She's not able to join today because she's working with a patient. So Shawnee, and of course, twin Miss Toy. And I had never really talked on a long, detailed conversation with Miss Toy last night, and she just gave me, a lot of great advice based off of her experience. And I just really appreciate that. So thank you. Let me show these comments on the stage because I can't keep, I really can't. So let me just show all the comments on the stage. That should be populating here soon. There we go. And then, so how I conduct and facilitate, these lives is that I'll have the comments just rolling on the screen so that everybody can see those there. And from time to time, if there's a specific question or if there is something that, really sticks out in the chat, then I'll pop it over onto the blur. I'll pull it out and enlarge it on the big screen. Okay. Thank you, Bellflower. I can't wait to see it. I love, honestly, to celebrate people's success. And can I give you a quick tip? Some people, jealousy and envy is a monster. Hey, right before I logged off, I barely got to see the corduroy outfit, but based on everything that I saw, and I'm going to come back to my thoughts about jealousy and envy in a second. But girl, I seen it. Oh, I love it. I had to go back and watch the very end of your live because I couldn't hear like all the commentary, and I like to read the comments too. So anyways, I'm gonna go back and watch it. But girl, everything that I seen, I love. Okay, getting back to jealousy and envy. I would like to say that caution all of us to not skirt. And I don't think we do that too much in this community, but sometimes the human nature, is inevitable. Hey, Grace, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, girl. I know you've been hopping on lives left and right today. All my teacher friends in the chat, I love y'all. I think you're amazing. So wait, hit the like, friend. She looked fabulous and didn't even. Okay. And so I want to caution us about. Hold on, y'all. I'm still coming back to the thought about jealousy and envy. Give me just a second, though. Mia's letting us know. Did you guys see Twan is a certified new? She got that fast. Twan, if you out there listening to bushes, because I know you at work today, girl. Congratulations, boo-boo. Listen, I think it's some noises I got on here. Let me see if I can make some noise for Twan. Let's see what we got here. Yes. Excellent, Twan. I'm so happy for you. Okay, let me go back to these comments and get on this jealousy and envy. Okay. So what I want to say is that we have to be cautious of, other people's success and wishing that we was in somebody else's shoes, or and hoping, or just being just flat out jealous. I was always taught growing up in church, of course, I was always taught that whenever somebody else that's close to you in your circle, like you close proximity to them, when they get blessed, that means your blessing right around the corner. So it ain't no need to get jealous or be envious of anybody. And this is not anything that happened. Nothing happened. I just talk as things come up in my spirit. There's no need to be jealous of anybody, because if somebody close to you just got their blessing, that means that yours is right around the corner. Okay. And that's the mindset that I have adopted. So I truly, when I say I am thankful, I am thankful for all of y'all successes when y'all share it and stuff in the chats, when y'all come up on lives. I truly am thankful, because that means my blessing is right there too. It's right there too. So I don't know if you caught it, twin, but I gave you a shout out and thank you for my segment of shout outs and boost of our conversation we had. I really appreciate your time you spent with me on this, even before comes home. I don't know why it does it. It's live. It'll go into the clear. Appreciate you, girl. She said loves my hair and my glasses. Okay, so the glasses I actually do need to see, because that's why I be looking over here on my other screen with the text on it. And my hair, I actually did myself because I couldn't get into my stylist. But next year, as in next week, well, this week, but I'm referring to next week on 10th. Oh, yes, it's time for her to come up with a new style for 2026 for my birthday month. Yes, that's correct. As a matter of fact, me and twin share birthdays. We are both Aquarians in the month of January. So I always do something different every year for my hair. This year, I'm going to my stylist, and all I will tell you is that the bob is going to be in full effect. It's going to be in full effect. Thank you. Hey, Shana, welcome in. Yes, you are. See what you're saying, Mia? I know, love that for her. I know some of creators who have had stuff to say negatively on Twan. And the moon, she is doing so well. Right. Be happy for somebody, or just be quiet. I say that with all the love in my heart. I really, truly do. Like, be happy for somebody else, or just keep your mouth off of them. Just keep your mouth off of them. You know, so many times we don't guard our mouths and our tongues about the things we say about people. And we really got to get better at that. And I'm saying we, because ain't nobody perfect over here. I ain't got this thing mastered, but I do know some principles that I try to apply to my life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Marjorie, D Boss Way is in the building. Good to see you. Let me see. Mia, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong, and she's doing so much right. That part. Right. Okay, so now it's time for the next segment, because I think this is a really great segue into the next piece for me, which is announcements, kind of like church announcements. Okay. So the first one is this. A couple of housekeeping things. So originally, when I said to y'all I was gonna go live Tuesday and Thursday all the way up until the end of January, because end of January is my birthday. So, and I wanted to get my watch hours up, of course, which Twin gave me a whole tutorial on the watch hour stuff, which I appreciate you, girl, so much. Okay. I am not going Thursday, because Thursday is New Year's Day. Depending on if I'm able to stay up awake, New Year's Eve into New Year's Day will depend on. Oh, you new here. Paul, you have graced us with your presence. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Thank you so much for being here. I'm getting to know you as I watch more of your videos, and I thank you so much for taking the time out of the bushes to come into the comment section and let us know you're here. Appreciate you. Okay, So I'm not gonna be going live Thursday. Instead, I'm going live tomorrow. Why? Okay. Well, if y'all recall, I took Twan up on her challenge, right? The challenge for December that I agreed to was to not weigh in the whole month of December. So I haven't weighed in since I went to my doctor's appointment on November the 28th. Okay. I weigh in tomorrow, the 31st. I like to weigh in the morning. So let me tell y'all exactly how this is going to go down if my plan works. My plan is to get up first thing tomorrow morning early, go ahead and weigh in. I'm going to record it, they weigh in and everything about an hour before I go live. Okay. About an hour before I go live. That way, when I come on live, tomorrow's discussion is going to be exclusively about Wegovy, my weigh-in and my measurements. Now, you might think, girl, you haven't weighed in this whole month. I assure you I have not. And you just have to take my word. That's all I can say. I have not weighed in. And at the first of the month, I was not nervous about not weighing in because I'm like, the scale ain't really never been that big for me. I've always relied more so on my measurements this whole journey. So I wasn't really tripping on the scale like that. It was one of the tools to be used, but I wasn't really like, focused on it. I would tell you, a lot of us just got off of Miss Toys Live. And I mentioned on there, as did others, that with Wegovy, you still have cravings. Now, I've never shared this before with y'all, but I'm going to tell you right now. By cravings, what I mean is PMS time, and my PMS is like almost 2 weeks before the actual week. I eat at least 3 cheeseburgers with fries every month. Now, I'm choosy about it now. It might not all be in one sitting, but I get a craving for cheeseburger. I get cravings for chicken wings, preferably my own chicken wings, because even though I don't like to cook, when I get a craving for something, I prefer that I make it because, I can season it to my liking and stuff. And so I said all that to say that I have some cravings like normal. And I did not have the scale to rely on because I agreed to do this no scale December, no weigh-in December. So I'm very interested in what the number is going to be on the scale in the morning when I weigh in. And y'all gonna know, well, I'll know before you, of course, but y'all gonna know on the same day that I know. I did not want to wait till the first. I need to know this in 2025. So that's what tomorrow is going to be. Well, I'm going to try these chickens. Jen, listen, when we had an air fryer, I sensed through my air fryer out. But yeah, I can bake the heck out of some chicken, especially some chicken wings, the wingettes, and I'm a flats person. As a matter of fact, for all of y'all who eat meat in the chat, I'm just curious. Are there any other flats people in the chat? My assumption is that because we so closely woven together, that y'all's preference is going to be flats, but I cannot wait to see what comes out in the chat. Are y'all flats or are y'all, I knew it then, I already knew. Are y'all flats or do y'all like the drumsticks? See, come on, Michelle, flats again. This is going to be overwhelmingly flats is my guess. Ooh, she said especially turkey wing flats. See, I knew it, Shayna. There we go, flats. So give me all flats, right? But I can bake the heck out of some. My husband is a drumettes. Let me think. Is anybody in my house like the drumettes? The adults will eat the drumettes, but they not fully committed. I think predominantly the family is in on them flats. And go in on them. Because I can eat like, even right now, you take either cookie with some. Agreed. I like ranch to dip it in. I also like hot sauce. So I like baked chicken wings, preferably flats, with the ranch dressing and some hot sauce, truff if I want to be fancy. Oh, twin, you a drumstick. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you're a drumstick. Oh, y'all hilarious in this chat. But yeah, so where was I? Okay, so yeah, so that's the update on the live. Okay, because y'all know I only got an hour, really 50 minutes to work with on my lunchtime live. So let me make sure I stay on task. Did y'all know my real job in real life is that I help other people stay on task? I'm kind of like the administrative police. I'm not police. Okay, I'm not LaFay. But what I'm saying from an administrative standpoint, like I'm the person that is kind of like the sifter. Like I catch things. I can look at calendar, I can look at things, forecast what potentially might happen, and then I surface it to our director who I report to. Anyways, let me get back on task. Okay, so I tell y'all the update about tomorrow's plan for the live. Okay. Yep. Now, there was a question that came in off of one of my videos. Do y'all remember the video? Because Toy actually the one who gave me this idea about the tips about becoming a wife, right? And I'm thankful that I didn't get any negative responses, but I did get a question on one of those videos recently. And the question was from a new subscriber that I met through Stash Cash. And it was a really good question that I'm going to take the time to answer here. I will answer that person too. Gaga, I believe. I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm going to answer it here, but I'm going to write them back too. The question was, of the 10 things that I listed, which one would I say the top one? Okay. One of the ones that I listed was know thyself. Put God first. Know your interests, etc. And I'm not going to go through all 10. If you want to see what I said, please, I refer you to the video. And so the question was, of all of those, which one basically is my top? And I was like, oh my goodness, such a great question, Gaga. And my answer is this. I think I would select know thyself as my top one. And I only would select know thyself because so many of my principles, beliefs, and values are tied into my relationship with God. So that feeds into knowing who I am as a person, or I should say, my identity, and my personhood. So I would say that knowing thyself will probably be the top one, only because too, what I found in my marriage with Marlon is not knowing myself, the things that I enjoy, my interests, where my boundaries are, what I will, what I won't do, etc. Has played a pivotal and critical role in our relationship. And I think that if I didn't have the evolution of knowing myself, I don't know that we would be as successful as we are. To be honest with you. And babe, if you're on the live, which I don't know if you are because you did send me a text, you can chime in if you want to say something different. And I hope you have a good day because I haven't talked to you since you left this morning. Okay. So that was it for the announcements. Now, let me move on to the topic for today, which is, what does support look like? Let me give you some context. So y'all know I reluctantly prayed on Sunday, and I don't think that's going to be the flow of all of my stuff. I just have to let the Lord use me how I will. But can I tell you, that was Sunday, right? The 28th. The very next day, yesterday, Monday, passed. Stuff blew up in my house. And you say, what, Evelyn? What you mean stuff blew up in your house? What I mean is I went into the office yesterday, and I got a call from one of the young adults, and there was a full-fledged blow up between Marlon and a couple of the young adults. And I'm not going to go into detail here because it's too ripe to be sharing any details. But let me just say this. In past times, when, like you're not sure of things, the conversation that I had and was overhearing would have been enough to really get me revved up my own self. But when I tell you I had such a peace about the whole thing, and guys, girls, it was bad. B-A-D, bad. I'm gonna report on more details later. Like I said, it is too right because it just happened yesterday, but I love y'all. So, I like to just come correct and not pretend. But one of the things that it really surfaced for me was, when you are really like walking in your purpose and you doing stuff, even if you don't know all of because prayer works really funny. I ain't even got it figured out fully, but I do know that it works funny and that you don't know where it's going, who it's touching, who it's ministering to. You just don't know. And I will say this also, when you're walking in purpose like that, that leaves you susceptible and open to you potentially being, oh, that might not be a good word to use on a live. I'm gonna type in the chat. The word I was gonna use was this one. Let me see. Okay. So I put it in the chat. So it might leave you open and susceptible to that word I just put in the chat. And I am mature and wise enough, thanks be to God, that I know that God is working. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Test it. Test it. Yeah. Because I don't know what it is about when you walking in true authority. And when I say true authority, I'm not talking about being the boss of somebody, because to me, that is very micro. I'm talking about the type of authority that gives you the quiet comfort, but also confidence to to what's the word? To surgically, thank you, that was the word. To surgically, with precision, go in and do things that other people cannot do. And either that makes sense to you or it doesn't. I can't really explain it, how the words come out. Sometimes they just come out. But I will say this. In all things, I am thankful. In all things, I am thankful. That doesn't deter me from doing anything. And surely there are some things that cripple us in life. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that can bring us to our knees and be a full halt. Thankfully, this is not one for me. What it was is, and those of you who are parents or aunties and uncles of young adults, you might can relate to this. When it's time for a young person to advance, leave the nest. What did the hens do? What did Joe do when she was ready for to stop, taking care of the chicks, and she kind of just was like, I ain't fooling with y'all no more. Okay, that's where we are as parents. And it's not a negative thing. It's just everything that's bubbling up at the surface. All of the signs and signals and warnings are saying that it's time for us to say, be blessed and go your way. Be blessed. Yes, she pecked. This is what I love. Come on, stay on the same frequency. Correct. And so this is where we are. And so Evelyn is in a position now where she is going to promptly assist with key deadlines and timelines in order to expedite the process. And so it will definitely take, I think, my husband's voice to join the conversation about this, but just know that I have had a very interesting / challenging, but still also peaceful 48 hours since Sunday. And so I wanted to share that with you all. The other thing is, when I think about support, because one of the things that came up teach, hold on, what you say about these chickens? Chickens will teach you a lot about being human, especially. When I say I watch them, like I really be watching them chickens, and I am learning so much. I truly am. One of the things I was going to say though about support, one of the things that was very critical in the very tense moment that occurred yesterday was that the supportive needs were maybe not clearly defined. And let me not be as professional. Let me try to break this down. So like sometimes, okay, yeah, this is a good example. I'm gonna use me and Marlon. Can take it off my young adults for a second. There have been times in me and Marlon, whatever, our relationship, to where I thought I heard exactly what he was needing and wanting from me, but it was filtered through my own perception of what he was saying without getting confirmation of what he was saying. Okay. Let me see what you say, Cookie. 1 second. I haven't forgot where I was. You were probably already preparing yourself for something to come up. You know how, yep. I agree with that. That's why at a certain point, young adults need, this is where we are, twin. This is exactly where we are. And it's okay. I'm not one of them moms that, it's like, oh my God, I done had kids in my life. Y'all know my story. I was a teen mom, okay? We have had kids in our life our entire marriage, and there has never, ever, ever, ever been just Marlon and Evelyn. It has always been with the context of having a full family right away. And while I feel like we have both demonstrated exceptional jobs of, making sure that we still date, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that, we stay in love by doing all the things associated with romance. I will say, people be cramping your style when they get older. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned this to y'all before, like headboards knocking and stuff like that with people in the house who's 27 and 25 is different than headboards knocking when people are 5 and 6. You can explain away some things at 5 and 6. At 27 and 25, you can't. And I know we've had this conversation before, and y'all have said, some of y'all have told me, who cares? Let the bed knock. I understand. I am still working on my freedom, okay? I'm still working on my freedom. Okay, so let me get back to this support. So there have been times where I thought that what was being told to me, conveyed to me, I had a clear understanding. But usually when we are supporting people, most humans don't give what the person is asking. They give according to what they want to receive. I'm guilty, okay? Like, for example, my love language is not gifts, but for Marlon, it matters to me that he shows up with something small but significant that has meaning, even if it's just a card, which he has. Oh my God, my husband has exceptional penmanship. And so even if it's just showing up like with a card that he's handwritten a note in, that will catch me off guard. Like if I've had, a week or something like that, I love that kind of stuff. So I tend to do those types of things back to him when I feel like he needs support. That's good sometimes because my husband's love language, one of them is words of affirmation. But my husband values physical touch like most men. And that's frankly an area that I have to work on. What am I saying by this? Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to get clear about what type of support you need in times of crisis. And it's up to you to know what that support looks like and what works for you, which is why I said earlier in this, I was going to say broadcast, but that's the only word that's coming to me earlier in this live, which is why you need to know thyself. Because if you don't know who you are and know those things, how can you tell somebody else how to support you? You feel what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all saying. Twin said, that's a great way to get them to move. Oh, yeah, I hope Marlon is watching this. I do. Bae, if you're watching this, you see twin Miss Toy comment on the screen I'm showing right now. We can try it tonight if you want. listen, like, twin, I'm ready to be free. Okay. I'm ready to be free. And I don't mind saying this publicly because I have literally I have a license for this, aka a marriage license. Having your back, you know what I'm saying, tweaked for a good cause, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Not at all. Let me stay on track and be holy. Anyway, so like what I was saying is this. The other piece that I noticed between me and Marlon is, and I'm saying it with us just because I know I can talk about, I got so many examples. I do have the young adults too, but y'all know I'm very guarded when it comes to our children. But the other piece is, have we even had a conversation and had an agreement? Because sometimes you can kind of think you know what I'm saying? But have you even had the conversation to say, actually, no, this is what I really need and want? But then catch this. The other piece is the other person or persons have to be in agreement with meeting that need. And if they don't want to meet that need, guess what else? You got to be okay with it. Yes, you do. I know some of y'all will be like, girl, no, I don't. But you do, right? Because you can't control anybody else's actions and how they show up. So even if I tell you face to face, eyeball to eyeball, these are my expectations. This is what I want. This is how I want to be treated. And you can do that for years on end. If that other person is not in agreement and in alignment by action, and they demonstrating it, you kind of got to be okay with it. You got to kind of be okay with it. And so that's what I wanted to say about that. Now, while we on this subject of headboards knocking, I do want to say this. I'm going to say this as delicately because this is the lunchtime hour. It is not the after dark time. I don't know about y'all because I have not heard a single person in our community talk about intimate times. Y'all know what I'm saying. And how the GLP-1 is impacting it or not. I'll speak for myself. I think that the GLP-1, or maybe it's everything altogether. I don't know. But I think the GLP-1 has a lot to do with not increase in libido. That's not it. Because the libido, ladies, when we get in our 40s, the libido be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Shayna. For real. I'm trying to give it to you real life. If we was in real life, I would just say the things. But I'm trying to be so guarded because we're on the YouTube and I don't even know. Oh, no. That hurts my heart for you. That hurts my heart. My stuff have revved up. Do you hear me? Once I get going, she's hard to stop. She's hard to slow down. Once the beast is released, she's hard to slow down. And, so I'm working on right now. This was not on my agenda today, but the conversation is just naturally going there. So why not? But I will say a good service, it ain't nothing like a good service. Because I'm wondering, now that I'm thinking about what you just said, twin, now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen a decrease, like a drastic decrease in lubrication. I haven't, and I'm 47. I'm about to be 48. I don't use a whole lot of extra. Oh, I'm finna bless somebody today. Before I started GLP-1, I used to have to use a product. And this product is so good. I'm about to help somebody. All I'm gonna need you to do is go ahead and go onto the little Google and look up this product. It might not be available in your state depending on where you live, just because y'all know I live in Colorado, so THC, CBD has been alive and well for many years now. But I just put something, and the reason why I'm careful and crafty about what I'm saying is because, see, ain't nobody sponsoring me right now. Okay, so I want to share the information with you, but I also this is what I like to hear. I'm coming to your comment, Jen. This product right here that's on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, Paul, I'm not going to leave you out. I don't know the whole situation. I'm not getting in your business. I just do believe in blessing people about information that has blessed me and my family. And this product right here that's before you on the screen, that's what I got to say. Now, I have an auntie, just to give you like a testimonial. I have an auntie who is in her 60s. She's actually a registered nurse and a captain in the military. And we was having a conversation because, you know, all of us got them aunties that we could just have a real conversations with. And I told her about this product. TT ordered this product. Okay. My uncle is 65. She's 60. Their product right there. What they be saying? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, let's see what you're talking about, Jen. I wonder if it makes a difference based on the ages, the report, and other hormone. You know what? This is actually a great question. It's a great question. And I also would wonder, like, is there a distinction between, you know, the levels of intimacy, like if it has increased or if it has decreased, depending on which medication you're on? Like if it's Zepbound, is it different? If it's Wegovy, if it's different? If it's one of the newer ones, is it different? All I'm saying is, for me, it's been working wonders. It's been working wonders. The GLP-1, that is. But I was trying to tell y'all that since I've been on the GLP-1, I actually haven't had to use the product that I put in the chat and showed y'all on the screen. I haven't had to use that. Like, and again, I'm about to be 48. So I think it's something to the GLP-1s, or it could also be like one hypothesis is that it could also be it's the culmination of it, right? Like your diet changes, the exercise, you have lost weight, so your flexibility might be different. See, y'all got to pay attention on my lives because I be doing all things to get the point across, you know, and I was already flexible. You feel what I'm saying? But the flexibility, this is why I'm finna have to be on get on this yoga too, because I feel like my flexibility can increase all the more. I do. I really feel that way. And flexibility for me is an improvement, not just for me, right? Like stretching and stuff is good, of course, naturally. But for the other areas, I mean, it's also good. I know Marlon appreciates my flexibility. I know he does. So I'm trying to become more flexible. I know y'all know what I'm saying. We're grown up in here, so I know y'all know what I'm saying. I try to help y'all as best I can. I try to be as professional as I can, and I try to deliver messages in a way that, you know, comes across as very classy and not nasty. But I also want y'all to know y'all are my friends, so I want y'all to know like what's working for me. I'm curious for anybody who is open to share. You gotta. And please, if you're not open to share, please don't put it in the chat. This is not a pressure thing. We're just having a conversation because I like to be equipped with resources as well. Have there been any, and you know, Ms. Tori is really good about sharing the products and stuff that work for her, like from self-care, you know, aspect. But are there any resources that you would like to share in the chat with one another, as well as myself, that you have, you know, become acquainted with while you're on this journey, or just as you're maturing and aging? I don't know. I'm curious though to know from you all. And let me just make sure I didn't miss nothing. Oh, see, this is the researcher right here. Hold on. Some people reported decreased libido due to altered brain reward pathways that overlap with food motivation, while others experience increased desire from weight loss. Really? That's it? That's the answer. So it's not the drug itself, Grace, if you're still here. It's not the drug itself. It's while others experience increased desire from weight loss. That's interesting how that could happen from a physiological, like brain chemistry to physical standpoint. I want to know more about this research. Hey, Grace, where you pull this research from? Can you was it just like the Google, or was it or did you go to like the site of one of the medications and then pulled it from there? Because I'm just so curious if this is a research article or not. But nobody else has talked about that in our community anyway. I've not heard anybody else talk about it. And I think it's an interesting conversation to have with one another. I mean, it's a part of our lives, you know, those of us who partake in such activities. It's a human nature. Okay, let me see. Oh, you got it from NIH. Okay. All right. Because I'm very interested in finding out more. According to NIH study, all physical, psychological, and hormonal parameters were normal. During treatment, the patient started to complain of decrease in sexual drive, genital dryness, and failure to catch orgasm. Female sexual function symptoms decreased after stopping the tirzepatide and reappeared after retaking the injection. Oh, so this is tirzepatide. That's so interesting. And reappeared after retaking the injection. See, I'm learning so much. Hey, Stash, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Happy New Year. Y'all say hey to Stash, Cash, YouTube. He's a friend. He's not your one, but he is a friend. Y'all say hey. Okay, let me go back up to where I was, because Stash, you know, you my adopted nephew, and we talking through a couple of grown people matters. So sorry if it's a little bit more spicy than normal. And see, it's happened to me. I agree with Grace. It happened to me immediately. It happened immediately. Girl, but is that the tirzepatide though? Okay, thank you. Okay, I hadn't gotten to your comment yet. I see your Grace. It is. That's the tirzepatide. I wonder, is there a difference in the semaglutide versus the tirzepatide? I'm gonna have to look that up on my end. Tori sounds they're $50 go review. Wee. Y'all. You talk about it and put it in the title. You talk about it and put it in the title. Huh? Shayna, can you say more? I don't understand. Okay. All right. Stash is just saying Happy New Year. Everybody's saying hey to Stash, welcoming him in. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know, aunties have to talk about these things when they reach a certain age. We have to share information, sir. And you know, it might be an educational for you, you know, or you might already know, because some of y'all young people, boy, woo, y'all be knowing so much. Yeah. It is, it kind of is a conversation for, you know, later in the day, but it came up today. So that's what we're doing. You have been brought up in a lot of chat, Stash Cash, about how what? Woo! Wait a minute. You have been coming up in a lot. A chat. Stash Cash about how to see ourselves and move on YouTube. That's true. I agree with that. He's been so good. Like for real, if you're trying to grow your channel, he is one of the like connector like people on YouTube. I don't have that gifting, talent, and ability, but he is one of the ones who really, he just got that gift. He just got that gift of connecting people and helping you get new subscribers and stuff like that. So if any of you all now or on the replay, check out some of his stuff. And I love his vlogs. His latest one with the new camera was really good. Even though I know you're still learning your camera stash. Okay, what you saying, Jen? Make it live to talk about, bring something on the panel. Oh, I see. Okay. Carnivore, what are you doing? Happy New Year, Carnivore. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. The gentlemen have graced our presence today. I'm so thankful. It balances us out too when the gentlemen come forth, even if they're in the bushes. I can always sense a difference. So I appreciate you, fellas. Okay, Shayna says, you talk about this topic, and when you post, make sure you bring attention to it in your title so people are looking for it. Okay, yes. Okay, yep, you're right. You know, I'm still, girl, trying to get better. But see, this is what I'm saying. I appreciate new friends. Y'all keep me accountable. Y'all give me tips. Show me what I need to be doing to keep everything moving in the right direction. Stash is just saying thank you to everybody. Okay. Mia, what did you say? This is probably TMI, but certain medication I take, not Zip, totally takes the ability to have that happen. Wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am, Mia. I'm praying that, you know, the reverse, when the time is right. I want to put premature prayers out there when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? Carnivore, what you say you doing over there? You listening while you having dinner? Oh, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. What you having today? Steak? Well, Carnivore Muscle, y'all, you know I'm into powerlifting. So Carnivore Muscle, he's a bodybuilder. He already has several medals, several. I'm just trying to get my first next year. And of course, I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride. So I appreciate his videos and talking about, you know, his journey as well. So thank you for being here, Carnivore. I appreciate your support. Okay, y'all know I'm on my lunch break, so I got a few minutes left. I'm gonna wrap this thing up and get to these comments. Grace says, Mia, do they interact with Bright? Good question. Paul, you just listening. Hey, look it. Listen, we have to have these conversations. You know, and as a matter of fact, that's one of the things Marlon and I were talking about, is that even with dealing with young adults, nobody, just like nobody prepares you to have children, nobody prepares you for the different iterations of parenthood. You know, it's so uniquely different for everybody. And I'm thankful for when people, you know, are transparent and talk about things that can help me along the way, because sometimes you'll be fooled and tricked into thinking that you're out here by yourself, when in fact it's tons of other people who are in the same situation or a similar situation as you. If only we would help and support each other by coming forth with the truth. Okay. Hey, Kim. Hey, Low Carb Queen. Thank you. I'm still finishing up watching your video too, honey. You know, I'll be trying to multitask, doing my day job and doing this YouTube part-time job. Mia says, yes, it's, as I stay out of drugs, I don't have anything else happening either. That's why I'm fine. Got you, Mia. Okay, and then I see JC is just commenting with Mia. Yes, Evelyn. Yeah, I really need to get me one medal next year. I might act up. By act up, I mean I might come on here and be real arrogant for a second after I get my first medal. Seriously, that is the goal for next year. Okay, JC just saying hello to Low Carb Queen, and I miss her lives too. Right? She has such great lives. Hair loss is a real side effect on Zepbound. See, that's another thing. Like, I haven't had any of those things on Wegovy. Like, the only time I've had like real bad side effects have really been a result of my diet or lack of water. The Wegovy is just based on what y'all tell me, because I've never been on the Zip. But based on what y'all tell me and how y'all describe the Zip and how it works, some of those benefits that y'all getting with the GIP, I do not get those at all. And so you may be wondering, well, Evelyn, have you ever considered Zip? I have, but again, I'm a creature of habit. And I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's just my mindset. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Low Carb Queen. I appreciate the compliment. I'm going to try and go live tomorrow evening. Okay. It's so many people going live. Y'all, it's hard to keep up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try my best to keep up with y'all. This actually wraps up my lunch break. I love y'all so much. And I thank you for always being here. Please know that I'm continuing to pray for you. I look forward to tomorrow's weigh-in. Oh, Jesus, y'all pray for your girl. I hope I'm lower than 176.6, which is what I was November 28th when I went to the doctor. As long as I am lower than 176.6, I will be grateful. But we all gonna find out on tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you over my lunch break tomorrow. I'll give you all the updates. I'll answer your questions about the Wegovy too, because I'm going up to the 2.4 next week. So I look forward to this continued conversation on tomorrow. In the meantime, I will see you all in these YouTube streets, as they say. I appreciate you. You down 9 pounds from the 15? Cut up, Harjarine. Cut up. Thank you, Grace. Appreciate y'all. Okay, bye. Thanks, Shayna. I'll see y'all tomorrow or in some chats. Bye, guys. Remember, the future you is waiting on you. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay?